born in Vienna, in Austria, at a time that, in terms of the conceptual framework introduced by my work, was a time of massive regression to the domination system. It was the rise to power of the Nazis, first in Germany, then in my native Austria. And I watched as a gang of Gestapo men broke into our home and dragged my father off, pushed him down the stairs. That was obviously a very traumatic experience, but I also saw something else, something that I today call spiritual courage. And it's not courage the way we're taught to think about courage as, go out, have the courage to kill the dragon, slay the enemy, right? But the courage to stand up against injustice out of love. And that is the courage that my mother displayed. Now, she could have been killed. Many people were killed that night on Crystal Night. But by a miracle, she wasn't. It was interesting. She recognized one of the men who came as a young man who had been an errand boy for the family business, and she got furious. She said, "How dare you come here to loot, to plunder, and to treat this man who was so good to you like this? I want him back." Well, eventually some money passed hands. But, if she hadn't stood up, we would all have had the same fate as most of my relatives, my grandparents, my aunts, most of my cousins, 8 million Jews. So the questions that I'm sure all of you have asked, why is it? And does it have to be this way? When we humans have such an enormous capacity for caring, for creativity, for empathy, what I saw in my mother, what is it that has so much tilted us towards cruelty, insensitivity, destructiveness? Is it, as we're so often told, it's just the way it is, it's human nature? I didn't believe that. And so I wanted to know, what are the alternatives?